Have you ever considered if humans could reach any known super? So what's it like when you log in? For your safety, throw me over today. Take you to see if these so-called super Earths are heaven or hell. Let's pick a few with good reputation to experience. Airdrop me into Kepler-22 for the first copy of the journey. Kepler -22 bit. This is the most studied super-Earth by scientists. It is 2.1 times the size of our planet. The quality is 9 times. And here's the thing. This guy is firmly in the habitable proxy of his own star. Theoretically speaking, this place has all the necessary conditions to support the existence of life. Sounds like a copy of Earth, right? But I'm going to jump right off the ship. I'm still quite nervous. Who knows what's beneath this habitable surface? Is there anything that can kill me in one move? Just to be on the safe side, we need to analyze the atmospheric composition here first. After all, breathing is a top priority. Based on previous astronomical observations, in the atmosphere of the Kepler-22 arm, oxygen levels can be quite high. Analysis results are coming out soon. Oxygen content 32.8%. See oxygen? I was relieved. After all, we were born to smoke this stuff. But is that 32.8% a bit too much? We all know that oxygen is a good thing, but it's too much. Such a high oxygen concentration, especially on a super-Earth like Kepler-22b, there may be a high-pressure environment. And that's hyperoxia to death. I can imagine it might just be a little twitching and nauseating in the face and hands at first. There's even a little bit of euphoria, but it won't be long. The field of vision becomes as narrow as the end of the tunnel in old movies. And then Monko, who can't stop, under the double blow of such a high concentration of oxygen and high air pressure. My cardiovascular system is expected to go on strike within minutes. Hold on for another 10 minutes. I guess I won't even be able to walk steadily. In the end, the lungs will definitely not be able to withstand the pressure. Directly collapse, except too much oxygen is a pit. If there is too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, that's the same. If carbon dioxide levels are detected, they will go off the charts. Then I'm even worse off. Inhaling too much carbon dioxide can directly lead to hypercarbonemia. Carbon dioxide levels in the blood rub up. At that time, I guess I will only have 10 minutes left to live. I was out of breath. My heart is beating like a drum. Then my brain hurts like it's going to explode. Eyes also start to flower. In the end, it may be invisible and then gross. The seizures, and finally that familiar cardiovascular breakdown. And these are just 2 of the gases that we're familiar with. Who knows what else is hiding in the atmosphere of Kepler-22 coins that we don't even know about? In case there is any acid gas, whether it sucked in and corroded me from the inside, or did it burn me from the outside? That tastes. I can't believe it. And remember, Kepler-22 is a super. The atmosphere must also be much thicker than the Earth. With such a thick atmosphere, you might be able to create a superstorm of sky-shattering intensity. If there is a little more sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere, or nitrogen oxides or something, combine with water, this acid is directly arranged with the package, drenched me from head to toe. That feeling is probably more irritating than taking a sulfuric acid bath, not to mention in a storm of that magnitude, maybe a few gigabyte Ford superbolts from time to time. If I'm unlucky, standing in the open, I'll have nothing left. To be honest, although it sounds terrifying, but in this bunch of exoplanets we're going to experience today, Kepler-22 coins are still relatively livable potential. It will only be more exciting. Everybody sit tight. The next stop is the place where the river passes. This galaxy is buzzing. 7 planets the size of Earth are packed together, about 40 light years away. How close are they? Some are even closer than the Earth and the Moon. They're all orbiting a circle of TRAPPIST, a red dwarf star that's not very hot, and at least 3 of them are in one bag. TRAPPIST's surface is said to contain liquid water. Even more handsome, stand on it and look up and you can see TRAPPIST 1c and b next door. It's like pulling Mars and Venus right up against the Earth. But the neighbors are too close to have troubles. So many planets packed together. Asteroid impacts are expected to be commonplace. And maybe, imagine that, an asteroid torn apart by the attractive forces of which hapless planet. That debris could turn into a meteor shower, hit the TRAPPIST in the face. Although the scene may be spectacular, but if it hits me, that's no joke. But that's not the scariest place in TRAPPIST. These TRAPPIST planets are particularly close to their star. It spins really fast. It only takes 4 days to go around TRAPPIST. So close, so fast. It's no wonder the weather is nice. TRAPPIST will be directly confronted by the stellar peak of his star. That's not some gentle prestige. It is a high-speed stream of charged particles, strong enough to blow the atmosphere away. When the stellar wind blows, TRAPPIST all over the place. The atmosphere rapidly heats up and expands. The entire planet is being steamed like it's in a pressure cooker. Wait for the wind to stop. The atmosphere will contract sharply again. The air pressure also plummeted, so again and again, strong winds blow on the surface of the planet. The temperature goes up and down. If my detector gives me a temperature, it is estimated that I have watched readings soar from a comfortable 35 degrees Celsius all the way to above 73 degrees Celsius. Just roast me. And here's what's even worse. One of TRAPPIST's locations is also locked to his stellar tide. That is to say, he will always be roasting the sun. One side is frozen cold. This kind of ice and fire situation will only make the air pressure and temperature differences on the planet's surface more extreme. I don't want to experience half my body in a sauna, the feeling of half of your body freezing a popsicle. There is only one life. Let me calm down in another place. Coming to Kepler-186f. This star is a star, billed as one of the most Earth-like exoplanets we've found in a habitable agency. That's a little bit bigger than the Earth. That's 10%, and it's about 40% heavier. It's a replica of Earth outside our solar system. My testing equipment is analyzed. Warm 23 degrees Celsius. This is comfortable. Atmospheric oxygen content is 24%. Perfect. The conditions seemed simply perfect for a life on Earth like me. But it is said that there are plants on this alien planet. Doesn't mean I can jump around here. Who knows what the life here has purified? Even if the atmospheric composition looks fine, there might be some alien plant bun floating in the air that is highly toxic to me. If I do take off my helmet and take a deep breath of alien fragrance, the result could be death on the spot. and don't think it's safe to look at the beautiful mountains and rivers. Kepler -186f may also be down. Learn to rain, even if the temperature is not low enough to rain at night, like the soil is 6, but the gas in his atmosphere mixed with the rain. You can still make a name for yourself. For example, if the planet is highly volcanic, or natural decay produces enough tumors of dioxide. The fish that fell there may be high concentration sulfuric acid fish. Imagine that. I'm admiring the results of the beauty of the opposite sex, was doused from head to toe by a sudden sulfuric acid fish. That sour is probably more irritating than taking a boiling bath. Next up is the old neighbor, Proxima Centauri. He orbits the nearest red dwarf star, Proxima Centauri, but this old neighbor is not a good tea. Although Proxima Centauri is only 1/8 the size of our Sun, but it erupts with 100 times the power of the Sun. Scientists observed it once in 2019. Proxima Centauri suddenly has a super explosion. That's a 14,000-fold increase in brightness in just 7 seconds, and this radiation spree Proxima Centauri is delivering almost every day. If I was standing on Proxima Centauri, I guess it won't last a few seconds. The body would have to be filled with a lethal dose of radiation. My detector, the radiation detector, will probably explode on the spot. Shows radiation exposure of up to 51 C. What is this concept? This means my genetic code will be messed up by radiation. And then the various organs go on strike one by one. Bone marrow stops making blood. Paralysis of the digestive system, and then the circulatory system collapses. Water also accumulates in the brain. This is all-encompassing chronic torture. Even if my fate miraculously withstands the radiation, more extreme weather than 0 stars is still enough for me to drink a pot. He is also tidally locked, so it's also an eternal day. One eternal night. It's hot on the sunny side. Hot air worry and rising. The cold air on the shady side rushed over to fill the void. The result is a perennial demon wind blowing at speeds of up to 75 kilometers per hour. This wind may not blow me down, but it got hit by those little rocks that were swept up by the wind or something. Even if I'm in a spacesuit, it is estimated that a big hole will be smashed. Plus, the atmosphere thinner than the 0 star coin is pitifully thin. There's no buffer. Think about it and sweat for my spacesuit. Let's take a look at Kepler 452 coins. This thing is 60% bigger than the Earth, and 1.50 billion years older than the Earth. It's an old Earth. In this older, on planets where conditions may be harsher, if life exists, it is estimated that it has also evolved quite hardcore, can withstand higher gravity and more sunlight. So if I come across some weird-looking giant carnivorous plant here, not surprising at all, except for the possibility of being treated as a snack by alien duties. Geological activity is also a big problem. Like the Earth, Kepler 452 coins may also come to Kepler Town from time to time. If I had a big earthquake here, the ground suddenly cracked open, or a landslide, but there's nowhere for me to hide. It's not like you can drill under a table on Earth. Here I might just be buried alive by the planet. In fact, these planets above still have a chance to live if they are well prepared. And the real hell mode is at the next stop, Cancer 5.50 billion. This rocky planet is ridiculously close to its star. About 2.20 million kilometers, and it's tidally locked. The surface temperature on his sunny side reaches 2,400 degrees Celsius. What is this concept? This means the ground is not rocky at all. It was hot lava. If my detector analyzes the atmosphere, it is estimated that the main components are silicon dioxide and carbon compounds. And here's what's interesting. Carbon, or cancer, 5.50 billion, the main components of rocks. Scientists estimate that a third of the planet's mass could be pure diamonds. Sounds tempting. Diamond planet. But don't be too happy. At this temperature, forget about sending diamonds. My whole body probably started to melt as soon as I hit the ground. Experience a lava bath, and in slow motion with excruciating pain, to know that Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system. The surface temperature is only 464 degrees Celsius. Cancer 5.50 billion, 5 times hotter than him. I don't dare to ask for more diamonds in this place. My body can't take it anymore. Our last stop is LHS 3844b. The planet is black. It's not a good place at first glance. He is also tidally locked, close to his star. The temperature on the sunny side is about 765 degrees Celsius. The shady side is hundreds of degrees below zero. Ice and fire. The worst thing is, he barely hit a few layers. This means that heat cannot be transferred between the sides of the planet at all. It also means that he is fully exposed to the dangers of space, especially the intense radiation from his mother. Yes, it's radiation again, similar to Proxima b. LHS 3844b also has to be bombarded every day like his star-sun medicine. The result, of course, is the same as what I have experienced on Proxima Centauri before. Rapid radiation poisoning, then the whole body system collapses. This time, it is estimated that even the detector will have to be scrapped with me. When is the revenge? I used to throw you. Today you threw me on an exoplanet death tour. There you go. You watched me experience all kinds of strange ways to die. From being suffocated by oxygen, to death by acid rain, to being roasted to death by radiation, burned to death by lava. And these are just a few of the dangers of the countless exoplanets in the universe. Astronomers have identified more than 5,000 alien planets. Each one may surprise us in its own unique way. Although space exploration is full of unknowns and dangers, but it is these unknowns. It only inspires our desire to explore. Of course, go to these places. We have to be prepared. Instead of dying like I did today, then next time I'll throw it at you. Stay tuned, keep exploring. See you tomorrow.